I was not proud of what I had learned, but I never doubted that it was worth knowing. We cannot expect people to have respect for law and order until we teach respect to those we have entrusted to enforce those laws. Good people drink good beer. All my life, my heart has sought a thing I cannot name, remembered line from a long-forgotten poem. Freedom is something that dies unless it is used. Yesterday's weirdness is tomorrow's reason why. It was obvious that he was a man who marched through life to the rhythms of some drum I would never hear. America, just a nation of 200 million used car salesmen, with all the money we need to buy guns and no qualms about killing anybody else in the world who tries to make us uncomfortable. Weird behavior is natural in smart children, like curiosity is to a kitten. Walk tall, kick ass, learn to speak Arabic, love music, and never forget you come from a long line of truth seekers, lovers, and warriors. The greatest mania of all is passion, and I am a natural slave to passion. The balance between my brain and my soul and my body is as wild and delicate as the skin of a Ming vase. For every moment of triumph, for every instance of beauty, many souls must be trampled. I feel the same way about disco as I do about herpes. It was one of those fine little love stories that can make you smile in your sleep at night. Anything worth doing is worth doing right. With the truth so dull and depressing, the only working alternative is wild bursts of madness and filigree. Buy the ticket, take the ride. It gave me a strange feeling, and the rest of the night I didn't say much, but merely sat there and drank, trying to decide if I was getting older and wiser, or just plain old. I have no taste for either poverty or honest labor, so writing is the only recourse left for me. I've always considered writing the most hateful kind of work. I suspect it's a bit like fucking, which is only fun for amateurs. Old whores don't do much giggling. A word to the wise is infuriating. On my tombstone, they will carve, "It never got fast enough for me." It was like falling down an elevator shaft and landing in a pool full of mermaids. Sleep late, have fun, get wild. Drink whiskey and drive fast on empty streets with nothing in mind but falling in love and not getting arrested. In a nation run by swine, all pigs are upward mobile, and the rest of us are fucked until we can put our acts together. Not necessarily to win, but mainly to keep from losing completely. There was an awful suspicion in my mind that I'd finally gone over the hump, and the worst thing about it was that I didn't feel tragic at all, but only weary and sort of comfortably detached. Morality is temporary. Wisdom is permanent. You can't miss what you never had. Faster, faster, until the thrill of speed overcomes the fear of death. No, this is not a good town for psychedelic drugs. Reality itself is too twisted here. Pray to God, but row away from the rocks. To make the point of declaring friendship is to cheapen it, for men's emotions are very rarely put into words successfully. Never turn your back on fear. It should always be in front of you, like a thing that might have to be killed. Anything that gets your blood racing is probably worth doing. I would feel real trapped in this life if I didn't know I could commit suicide at any time. I'm a relatively respectable citizen, multiple felon perhaps, but certainly not dangerous. If you can't make yourself understood by your friends, you'll be in trouble when your enemies come for you. On some days, you get what you want, and on others, you get what you need. Turn the goddamn music up. My heart feels like an alligator. I felt a tremendous distance between myself and everything real. This is the fast lane, folks, and some of us like it here. Take it from me, there's nothing like a job well done, except the quiet, enveloping darkness at the bottom of a bottle of Jim Beam after a job well done. And the sad notes floated out to the patio and hung in the trees like birds too tired to fly. I will fight for your right to be weird, just as I know you will fight for mine. Sounds of life and movement, people getting ready and people giving up, the sound of hope and the sound of hanging on, and behind them all, the quiet, deadly ticking of thousands of hungry clocks. I'm a word freak. I like words. I've always compared writing to music. That's the way I feel about good paragraphs. When it really works, it's like music. He had come so far from himself that I don't think he knew who he was anymore. Graffiti is beautiful, like a brick in the face of a cop. He that is taught only by himself has a fool for a master. At the top of the mountain, we are all snow leopards. She was wearing the same clothes, but now she looked haggard and dirty. The delicate illusions that gets us through life can only stand so much strain. I never knew where I was going, but I ripped the tits off of everything that got in my way. By the time they figured me out, it was too late. And he would probably not agree with my conviction that a sense of humor is the main measure of sanity. But who can say for sure? Humor is a very private thing. You won't find reasonable men on the tops of tall mountains. That we lack the courage of our romantic convictions and thereby miss the wine of life, forgoing the very thing that makes living worthwhile. What kind of rat bastard psychotic would play that song right now, at this moment? My blood is too thick for California. I have never been able to properly explain myself in this climate. The music business is a cruel and shallow money trench, a long plastic hallway where thieves and pimps run free, and good men die like dogs. There's also a negative side. There he goes, one of God's own prototypes, a high-powered mutant of some kind, never even considered for mass production, too weird to live, and too rare to die. Jesus, did I say that? Or just think it? Was I talking? Did they hear me? I glanced over at my attorney, but he seemed oblivious. An outlaw can be defined as somebody who lives outside the law, beyond the law, and not necessarily against it. Still humping the American dream. I knew a Buddhist once, and I've hated myself ever since. A man can only live on his wits and his balls for so long. It was the law of the sea, they said. Civilization ends at the waterline. Beyond that, we all enter the food chain, and not always right at the top. You can't hoard fun. It has no shelf life. All energy flows according to the whims of the great magnet. What a fool I was to defy him. I wanted to take off all my clothes and never wear them again. There are always risks in challenging excessive police power, but the risks of not challenging it are more dangerous, even fatal. I am a roadman for the lords of karma. Right, I said. But first we need the car, and after that, the cocaine, and then the tape recorder for special music, and some Acapulco shirts. Whatever he might have denied me was unimportant. It was the fact that he could deny me anything at all, even what I didn't want. A cap of good acid costs $5, and for that, you can hear the Universal Symphony, with God singing solo, and Holy Ghost on drums.